Hey everybody, welcome to my Walipini. Today is March 6th and it's a whopping 55 degrees outside. You can see I have my giant dumpster right here, and today I'm gonna clean out the Walipini. Okay, stepping inside. It's very warm. It is about 78 degrees in here. If you look up here on the ceiling, you can see there's still condensation. That's quite a bit of water that's on there. So everything stays pretty wet by itself through the whole winter, so I don't really have to water things. But when I put a heat source in here, that's probably gonna change. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and pan the entire greenhouse so you can see a before and after, which should be significant, I hope. Okay, so you can see I need to get rid of all those pots over there. It's making a big mess. And rake up some of these leaves here as well. And like I said, you can see there's weeds actually growing around the plants, and I think that's probably because I'm bringing water in from outside, the water that I collect, and seeds get into that water. So I think I'll actually start with the rake. Okay, so the raking is done. It's about 12:35 right now, which means I started down here just before noon. So we'll see how much time this takes. Now I'm moving on to weeding. So as I'm weeding here, I'm noticing a significant amount of aphids, which means I'm gonna probably need to order some ladybugs and let them go in here and take care of that problem for me. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we have happening here. Okay, so if you look closely, you'll see a bunch of little light green spots on top of this weed here. And those, I believe, are aphids. I'm not a bug specialist, but if you look really close, they're actually really nasty. And ladybugs love to eat those, so I'm gonna order some right now. So I'm just gonna grab this weed right at the base, hopefully not disturb them, and hopefully they stay in the garbage can. And that's a good way to get rid of a bunch of them. So these two weeds have them as well. If you look really closely right there, you can see a whole little family just chilling out. So we can get rid of those. Okay, so over here you see all the plants that I brought in the greenhouse at the end of the year to hopefully keep them alive, and then I'll plant them outside this spring. But look at this weed. That is a big weed. So greenhouses are not weed free. So, and we don't want to use any poison in here, obviously. So we just have to pull the weeds. And of course, if I look on this weed, I can see aphids all over it. So I want to get these outside as soon as possible. As a matter of fact, there's even a few more weeds in here. You can see. And these all have aphids on them, actually. There's actually quite a bit of weeds in here. I'm going to pull weeds out here as well. Sadly, this is a lime tree, not a lemon tree, and these are from last year, so they're obviously not going to be good this year. So I need to pull these 2 limes. We didn't get the season. The season wasn't long enough last year. So got to get rid of both of these guys. It's sad, breaks my heart. But that, so far, is the closest I've come to growing my own fruit in here. So that's pretty exciting to me. What's even more exciting is I just noticed on my little orange tree that you see right here behind me that I have blooms, and this is the earliest in the season I've ever had blooms. So I'm very hopeful that this tree will give us some oranges this year. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you the blooms that are on this tree, and then I'm gonna take you over to the bigger orange tree and we'll see if there's anything over there. Okay, so at the very top of the tree there, you see a bloom. Come down over here, you can see some more. And then you got a nice one right here on the end of this tree right here. And then got some more right here and another one down here. So let's keep our fingers crossed. If we walk over to this big orange tree, I'm not really seeing anything, but hopefully, oh, actually, you know what? Look right here. You can see a really huge bloom there. So hopefully this big tree will give us some oranges this year as well. Okay, so if you look behind me here, this is my ugly wall. You can see I've got all those buckets back here. It just makes the greenhouse feel cluttered and ugly. So I'm actually gonna get all that stuff and get it out of here. Now we're hitting 80 degrees in the greenhouse, and I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. So, on to the next thing. Okay, it's about 10 after 1, and because we're seeing blooms already on the orange trees, I think I'm gonna get some of this organic fruit and citrus plant food. It's plant food. And I'm gonna put some of this plant food around all the citrus trees, and hopefully that'll give them a boost this spring and hopefully help them produce. Okay, since this little orange tree is our champion so far this year, we're gonna start there. And I just like to pour some of this out, kind of rough up the soil a little bit around it. And then just mix some of this stuff in there. All right, pour just a little bit in there. Now I'm just gonna kind of mix it around, get it down into the soil. And this stuff stinks, but I want to let you know I will wash my hands after this, so don't worry about that. And of course, we're going to end with my favorite orange tree, because this is the tree that has just really grown really well, and it's my highest hopes to get a lot of fruit out of this thing. All right, that's good. Okay, so I have my bucket of water here. So now let's water all the citrus trees. Okay, I think I'm done for the day. I did get some fresh soil. I don't know if you can see it, but I put fresh soil around each one of the citrus trees, And my next job is I want to get rid of the 2 peach trees, get them out of here this year, and get them planted outside. But it's still getting too cold at nights. It's still dropping below freezing, so I'm going to wait on that. My next job is to evaluate what seeds I have left over from last year and to order new seeds so I can get things planted in here right away. So they're nice and big when it's time to put them outside. So thanks for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.